Hello everyone, I'm ChewyCat89, and I welcome you back to my Let's Play channel. We're going to play a new game, the original, the classic, the legendary, The Legend of Zelda. Long ago, Ganon, Prince of Darkness, stole the Triforce of Power. Princess Zelda of Hyrule broke the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 pieces and hid them from Ganon before she was kidnapped by Ganon's minions. Link, you must find the pieces and save Zelda! And now we get a look at all these items that we'll find throughout the game. Now back in the day, this was a huge game. So huge, it introduced a brand new feature to video games. The save file. Yeah. That's something that's pretty much standard these days. But in those days, not all games had them. But this game was so big that you actually needed it. Also, there was so much stuff in it, there wasn't enough room to put it here. To explain it all here, you actually had to go to the manual to see it all. But then again, you had to go to the manual for a lot of stuff back then. Anyways, let's start off our adventure. And of course, we're going to be cool and put our name as Link. Let's do this. What's this? No introduction scene? No explanation of what to do now? That's right. In the original Zelda, you were left to your own devices. And at first, you don't have one of them. We don't even have a sword. Now we can go off into the world if we wish. But enemies! How are we supposed to fight them? Whoa! Careful. This isn't going to be easy. Well, there's a cave right here. Perhaps we can find something in here. It's dangerous to go alone! Take this! That's right. If you ever wondered where that phrase came from, it came from this. The original Zelda. Now, how has Zelda, the original, aged over the years? Because this is a really old game. Well, it's hard to say. But one thing is true. This is the game that started it. It started the adventure series. There were some games with adventure before this, but none like The Legend of Zelda. Now, if you pick up this game without a manual, you won't know what to do. Not only that, the game also came with a map. Yeah, the game's so big, you needed a map. And this was before you get in-game maps. All we have is a grayed out block in the upper left. So if this is your first time playing it, you won't have a clue what to do. But don't worry. I'm here. Ow! Oh right, we don't have a big enough shield to block those attacks. Well, the only thing we can do is press forward. Now, I could be cool and just go with only 3 hearts for now, but... yeah, actually I probably could do that. Oh, careful. Enemies are everywhere. Ooh, bombs! Okay, change of plan. We're going to get a heart container. And unlike in later games, it's not a piece of heart, but a whole heart container. The game world wasn't really big enough to input heart pieces. And besides, this was a new type of game. Okay, I've already died. That's not a good start. By the way, I'm playing this on the Wii Virtual Console, even though I have the original on the NES, and I have it in the Zelda Collector's Edition for the GameCube, which I could be playing instead, but this game was my whole younger childhood. Up to like 10 years old, the game I would play most often is probably The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. 3. My family didn't have money to go out and get all these games, so even well into the Super Nintendo era, I was still NES. And even after that, when the 64 came out, I still only had the NES. Although I did eventually get a Sega Genesis. So I played some Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, now for our first secret. Ooh, fairy. Okay, in here. Now, in here we have a choice. We can get the red medicine or the heart container. Now, the red medicine allows you to refill your health once. The heart container extends your life. So instead of 3 hearts, we'll have 4. No one ever took the bottle of medicine. That's why you don't see the question being asked in later games. Now that we've done that, let's continue over here to the next secret. It's a secret to everybody. Another phrase from The Legend of Zelda that still goes around the internet. Even though this is before the internet. Let's see, another secret will be fine. It's another secret to everybody. But that's okay, we won't tell anyone. Oop, I had a little trouble getting it. Not used to all these pixels. Okay, now that we got 4 hearts, some cash, let's go and let's actually go to a store and get some equipment before we move on. Now, I believe there's a store in the next screen. Yeah, right there. Well, green Tektite. I mean, blue Tektites. Now, once we're in this store, let's see. Oh, the shield is too much to buy. Oh, we can buy arrows. So let's go ahead and buy those arrows. And now, let's move on to the first labyrinth. Ow, that hurt. Now, to get to the first labyrinth, it's actually really close to the start in here. So, we just go up one more, and we'll see a bridge. We cross the bridge, and by the way, this game is actually in the Heroes Dies timeline, and some have speculated that this is actually the Deku Tree. I don't really know about that. Now, if I recall correctly, there's actually a glitch. You go in, and you go out, and you go back in. The door is open! There was a locked door, but a glitch. When you go out, leave the room, go back. Oh, you have to leave the dungeon, go back. You'll then end up with that door unlocked, which saves us a key. Now, unlike later Zelda games, these keys are not dungeon specific, and there is no boss key. It's all the same. That clock I got, it pretty much stopped time for the enemies, even though they're still animated. So now we got 2 keys, we can go right through this. We're gonna have to fight more of these Stalfos, which wield dual blades. Yep, come back here. Yeah. Now, how about we take a shortcut? Whoop. After we blow up some of these guys. Let's put a bomb right there. Yay! We blew a hole in the wall. And here we got the dungeon map. Yeah, it's not as descriptive as in later games. But that's all we got. But hey, you don't even get a map in the second game. Now we'll go through here. Oh, watch out for those things. Don't want to get skewered and roasted. So we come down here and get our first dungeon item. The bow. And with the bow and the arrows we bought, we now can use it. Now you actually have to buy those arrows in order to use the bow. Because arrows aren't really like a separate item, as you just need it to unlock the use of the bow. Kinda weird like that. However, these arrows actually use the number of arrows you have is equal to the amount of rubies you got. And each time you use it, you lose an arrow. So, keep that in mind. Now we got one of these guys. We gotta fight these guys to get the second dungeon item. The boomerang. Now that we're here, we have to watch out for the wall masters. Scary creatures that have roamed these walls and taken many adventurers back to the start. Oh, but that's okay, I'm not scared of them. Okay, I'm down to 1 heart, so we get annoying beeping. But here's the dungeon boss. Some sort of dragon thing, I forget its name. Ow! I couldn't dodge it! Oh well, we got our next heart container. And our first piece of the Triforce. Yes! And that'll be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda, the original NES classic. I'll see you next time!